It's finally time to do the cushions. I feel like I have waited for this upgrade for Liga for years. I feel like that because I literally have. We bought the fabric for this in 2023, but because of all the warranty and everything that was going on, never had time. Now it is finally my time. This cushion upgrade, it's not just redoing the covers, it is a complete redesign. Now, the initial catalyst for doing this, let's refresh you. So there's two reasons that we're doing our saloon couches. The first, the foam in these collapsed like within the first year. So they're horrifically uncomfortable to lay in. Definitely not the quality that you would expect from a boat like this. Second, the couch covers are just destroyed basically. You know, you can see here, this mark, that's epoxy from one of the repair team tradesmen coming in. Basically, all these cushions are going in the bin and I will be remaking them myself. So the cushion covers were stuffed, the foam was stuffed, and we didn't even like the shape of it. On the original couches, there was an angle down on the edge that held the back cushion up, but that meant that when you got rid of the back cushions, you couldn't just lay down and use it as a single bed. So the complete redesign will be, the new cushions are going to be shaped so that they're completely flat the whole way round. The backrests will have a slight rake to them, and if we need to, we're just going to add Velcro to the back to hold them on. So to complete this job, I need to make 6 cushions, plus redo the 2 ottomans and the bottom borders of the couches. So it is quite a bit of work, but I'm very excited. Let me show you what fabric we're gonna have. This was not my initial choice. It was actually Trent's idea to go blue, and at the start I was like, oh, I wanna go gray again. But honestly, I'm actually really loving the blue. It is going to play off, I think, really, really nicely with the light colored laminate that we have on Liga, and then as well against the ocean when we're actually on the water. It's not a solid blue either. It has gray flecks through it. I just think it looks really good, and it is a heavy duty fabric. I have completely forgotten the name of it in this moment, but I will throw a link to it down in the description if you are curious and you want to have a look at which one we decided to use. Part 1 of this job though doesn't even involve the fabric. First, I have to do a little bit more work with the foam. This is one of my foam pieces. With the foam, we decided to go for a medium density because we kind of like it to be a little squishy, but also a really high quality foam brand that was guaranteed to last a number of years. It was 7 or 11, I can't remember. Either way, long enough that we were like, that works for us. The base pieces were cut as rectangular prisms, but for the backrest, we went a different direction. We decided to have the foam cut so it would rake back. So at the moment, the bottom is 5 inches thick and the top is 3.5. But when we had the foam cut, they dropped off the offcuts. And while we were sitting in the saloon, we put the offcut on it and we're like, oh, that's pretty comfy. I like that angle. So my first job today is to Frankenstein glue these pieces together so that they are, 6.5 inches at the bottom, coming down to 3.5 at the top. The glue I'm using is the Bostik Fast Tack. It's the cheapest, and it also works really, really well. So I've tried gluing other pieces of foam together. I did like a cushion for Rose to destruction test it, and it worked flawlessly. Didn't separate despite the fact that, you know, it got wet, it got scratched, it did all these things. So going to be using it for our cushions. Highly would recommend. And all I need to do is spray both surfaces, leave it for 4 minutes, and then spray them again, leave it for like 3 minutes, and then join them together, and done, permanent bond. Are you still sad? Last night, Rose tripped me over, we were running, and she just took out my legs and I went down like a bowling ball. And I think she's still a bit upset. Hey? Thank you. This is the new table, so I have covered it in plastic. Do not want to wreck that. Now I have to wait 4 minutes and then I can go again. Time's up, so now it's time for the second coat. Now it's the same 4-minute waiting process, then I'm good to join them together. I know it looks weird, especially with the jagged edges, but I just thought that will make for a smoother transition. Especially once I put the fluffy dacrony stuff over the top. But now I just have to repeat this process 2 more times for the other 2 backrests. So I've taken measurements on my piece of paper here, but they are just more of a reference because this thing has a whole ton of different angles. So to help myself get the correct shape, I'm actually going to use the foam to make the pattern onto the fabric. I have my grease pencil, which I got from Sailboat. I got the fabric from Sailboat, and I'm also going to be using another Sailboat piece of equipment in a minute. I have a Sailboat LSZ1 sewing machine. It's been fantastic. Sailboat deliver pretty much anywhere in the world, express. So just as a marine industry business, I'm quite impressed with them, which is why I just keep going back to them. So anyway, back to the pencil, grease pencil. I've got a blue one because it's easier to see than the white one here. And I'll lay this down, mark it, orientate it all the different ways. Then I'll double check my measurements, and if they all match up, then we're good to start cutting. It's a little tight for room up here at the moment because we're also in the process of installing the new generator, and these are the generator covers. And I'll put the fabric out the wrong way. Silly. Thank you. Now, something I have to be careful of is the direction of the pattern. So I want it to flow with the cushion, like I want it to flow kind of around as much as I can. So it's gonna have to go this way. Right. So I marked out that first shape. Now I'm gonna measure the 4 sides and see if they match up to what I measured earlier off the actual piece of foam. The tape measures everywhere. All right. Now that I've marked my actual shape, I need to mark in my seam allowance, which is that extra bit of, I guess, overhang that allows for me to sew the line. The seam allowance I'm going for is 1.5 centimeters.
Can I grab a drink though, please?
Yeah, go for it. Now, obviously, it's time to cut. When I'm cutting, I'm not using fabric scissors for this particular fabric. In fact, a lot of the sewing I do these days, I don't use scissors because the fabric starts to fray and it makes it more difficult to sew. So I actually went and bought myself a hot knife. So originally I actually didn't have a hot knife on Lager. I was just using scissors, and trying to sew some of this umbrella and stuff was just so painful. So when we arrived in Trinidad, I just went, you know what, screw it, I'm buying a hot knife. And then I realized that we're a 240 volt boat because we are Australian, so that's like the Australian European power supply. So I couldn't just buy any random hot knife off the internet from America because it's the wrong voltage. So I ended up getting a Sailboat one. Now the Sailboat ones, yes, they are a little bit more expensive, but for me being here and needing 240, it was a lot more convenient. And also, Sailboat tend to make really good products. You know, our home is incredibly flammable. If something went wrong, we could lose everything in 5 minutes. So when it comes to selecting what appliances we have on board, we try to use and buy quality brands, appliances, and especially lithium batteries. Not that this has one, but lithium batteries that are made by brands that care about their name, that have a good reputation for quality. And yeah, Sailboat, they do. So this is their edge hot knife. This bit here, this is the most invaluable thing on it. This thing lets me cut the fabric without the potential for burning a hole in my table. This is just a little metal guard and it feeds the fabric in through here and cuts it like that. So if you are looking at a hot knife, this attachment I would highly recommend. When you cut with it, you kind of have to feather the trigger a bit, because if you just hold the trigger down, the blade will go red hot and it tends to just melt what you're cutting. That's it. And because the hot knife has slightly melted those seams, it doesn't fray. And because I've got the guard on, table's fine. So win, 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 win. All right, that is the first piece down. There is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more to go just for this cushion. And this is before I even start sewing. I've got all my pieces now, so it's time to start pinning them and sewing them together. So for the actual sewing, the machine I'm going to be using is my brother's sewing machine. Let me just get it. As you can see, it is just a regular house sewing machine. I have 2 sewing machines on Liger, and I actually use both of them more than I think I ever thought I would. So this is one that we already had, and then I bought a Sailboat when I knew we were going to be moving on the boat. The Sailboat is a heavy duty beast of a machine. So I've used it to fix our sail after it got damaged by one of the tradesmen, to do various umbrella work. I think the next project I will do with it is probably modifying the sail bag, although actually I'm in the middle of making Trent a new machete cover with it. And that's all doing things that this machine just can't do. What this machine can do is the lightweight stuff that the Sailboat's probably a bit too beastie for. So this material is kind of thin, so I found that it goes through this one nicer. Then for the thread, I'm using this Filtech thread. It is a Tech 71, so probably like a bit more heavy duty than it needs to be for the job it's doing. But when we selected the material, the foam, the thread, all of it, we were selecting for longevity. And this particular color just happens to go super well with the fabric. When you're using this machine, usually you would put the thread here, but like it's kind of big. So what I did instead was just grabbed my Sailboat stand and I'm using that. And one of the main things I mess up when I'm switching between this and the Sailboat is the lever to move the presser switch is at the back on this one, and on the Sailboat it's on the top. So I just like have to get into the automatic mode of where to put my hand. The preset on this machine is 2.5 millimeters, but I like to go up to 3. First bit of stitching done. There is actually a lot going on around Liger today. Nino is doing some gel repairs, so he's just run off to the shops to grab some stuff. And Trent is working with someone to install our new generator. And the someone you will meet very, very soon. They are not shy, just a bit unwell. So next week, I think. The bulk of the cushion cover is done. I'm just up to the final step. I have to stick the zip in it. So I've got the zip. I've got tape, double-sided tape. Use the tape to stick the zip and then sew it. I do not like sewing zips. Yep. A whole lot of hours later, this is the final moment, almost. So Jesus, I hope this works. I'm going to be very upset. Okay, that is something else great. I am happy enough with that. Time for the final touches to get this actually like looking a little bit better than this. Whew. Basic fit's good though, I'm happy. And once this is done, only like a ton more to go. Time to repeat the gluing from earlier so we can glue the fluffy stuff on. I got so into it that I like completely forgot to hit record on the camera. But as you can see, there is no fluffy stuff on the back and there's fluffy stuff on the front. So now I'm going to try and shove it inside the pillowcase again and see how that goes. Okay, and then you go into there. I think this looks pretty good for a DIY cushion. I've never made a backrest before. This cushion, completely custom, no pattern, nothing. All right, I'm putting, again, this one in the win pile, and I will update you when the rest of them are done. At the time of putting this video up, I've not yet finished the entire couches, but as you can see, I've made some serious headway. So 4 of the 6 cushions are done, and I've done both ottomans. Are they as perfect as they would have been if we'd paid someone? Probably not. Am I really happy with them? Absolutely. I love the blue still, and they are, I cannot even describe to you how much more comfortable they are. Also how much lighter they are, which, you know, the old foam was that minced up foam that's glued together. So heavy, so uncomfortable. This is 1,000 times better. Plus, when we take this back piece off, this transforms into a single bed. We're all really happy with the outcome. It is so good to finally have comfortable couches. We've waited so long for this. And again, it's just another job ticked off as we work towards getting Liger back in the water and on the way to some incredible new adventures.